All right, everybody, welcome back to the radio. So we've come to the day here where we're ready to fire this thing up and hopefully get some radio stations in. So we're going to be on page 33 here, alignment with no test equipment. So we're going to roll through this step by step, and we'll just start out here. It says it is best to use an earphone for this alignment procedure. So I will tell you that if you're doing this at home, use a little earpiece thing. You stick that into um, the earphone jack right here, and put one of them in your ear. It's just easier to hear the stations. I'm not going to do that because um, I need to be able to hear what I'm doing here, and I want you to be able to hear it on the computer as well. I'm hoping. Okay. It says rotate the tuning knob fully counterclockwise and place the label on the knob with the arrow pointing at the 540 kilohertz marking. Okay, so they're going to use this term clockwise and counterclockwise several times. So let's just get this out of the way here to begin with. So when a clock turns, it's turning like this. That is clockwise. Okay. Counterclockwise is this direction. Okay. So it says rotate the tuning knob fully counterclockwise and place the label on the knob with the white arrow pointing at the 540 kilohertz marking. So we already did that all the way counterclockwise. Right there, we have our label 540 pointing right at our arrow. Okay. Then it says, with an alignment tool or screwdriver, turn coils L2, T1, T2, and T3 fully counterclockwise until they stop. Let's stop there. Okay. I took out one of these coils out of an extra radio that I had. Now, chances are they're already turned all the way counterclockwise. So all the way counterclockwise would be this way all the way. Okay. Now, I've had people do this and break them. So if they don't turn, like I'm barely trying to turn this, I'm not going to turn it anymore because I don't want to break the little coil inside of there. Okay, chances are they're already turned fully counterclockwise. Okay, then it says, like right here, it says, do not force the coils any further. It's in bold letters here, or capitals, I mean. Turn each coil in about 1 1/4 to 1 1/2 turns. Okay. So I'll do it with this one here first. We'll go 1 1/2. So there's where we are right there. That would be a half turn. That would be 1 turn from where I started. Oops. And then that would be 1 1/2. So just to make sure everyone saw that, I'm going to turn it all the way out again, fully counterclockwise, until it stops right there. And then half a turn, 1 turn, 1 1/2. Okay, so I'm just doing it in half increments there. It's half, 1 1/2. Okay. Now I need to do that with each one of these coils. I need to do that with each one of them. Okay. So we're gonna go half, 1 1/2, half, 1 1/2, half, 1 1/2. Half, 1 1/2. I don't feel like I got this one right. I'm going to do this one again. Remember, do not force these coils. If you're turning them with more than just 2 fingers, you've got a problem. Half, 1 1/2. That one really goes in a ways. All right. So now that we have that done, we're ready to do the next part here. It says set the antenna coil about 1/8 from the end of the ferrite rod. Refer to figure L on page 29. So let's take a look at page 29. There's figure L. It's showing right here. That's what we're looking at, where the ferrite rod is. So here's our antenna. We want it to be about 1/8 of an inch in from the end. So that's about 1/8 of an inch from the end. What's going to hold it there? You all should have got this little wood stick with your kit. Now, if you happen to lose this, because a lot of people think that this is just garbage, you can use a toothpick for this too. So I'm going to stick this wood stick in here to hold this in place. Come on. There we go. That's still not right. And that. I Obviously, it might be a little harder than it looks, I guess. There we go. Okay. 1/8 inch in from the end right there. That's where we want this thing to be. I'm not going to worry about the wood sticking out right now. I just want it so that antenna can't move unless I want to move it. We'll worry with putting the antenna in there the correct way or permanently after we get everything set here. Okay, so it says turn the power on and adjust, tune the dial until a weak station is heard. So I'm going to start turning the station here. I don't know if you can hear that on the computer. I'll move over this way a little bit. See if we can get a station here that's got some... Okay. So I definitely got some fuzz here. And my fuzz is right around 1460 and 1230. Okay. And that makes sense because we have 1460 is the country station and 1230 is our local AM station. Okay. But I still don't have stuff that's comprehensible yet. So we need to do a little bit more tuning. Okay. So that's as far as I'm going to go today on this. I'm going to do a little bit of messing around with this, and then I'll show you what I did to get the stations in on the next video. Thanks, everybody.